Welcome back. We're back with part 2 of Naomi's story. And in this video, she's talking about her labor and delivery process. Exactly what happened when she started her labor, what she felt, where she went, who was around her, who was supporting her. Naomi did a vaginal birth after a cesarean section. Her first labor, she didn't really have a labor. She actually went through a cesarean section. This time around, she was able to push her baby out. So you listen into her experience. Please watch, share, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. My name is Shiro Shera, and you're watching Nurturing Mom Stories.
Our experience was, we had a cesarean section, basically at the end of the day. And we got to that where we were told she was breech and wasn't turning, most likely from having fibroids. And that was all that dictated the cesarean section for our first childbirth. That was it, cesarean section. It wasn't very good after, because you have to carry this baby, you have to nurse this baby, you have to try and heal yourself, you have to run your home. There's a lot that goes into taking care of a child after a cesarean section, as well as your own body and your own home. Our anticipation was like, first, as doctors would say, once a cesarean section, always a cesarean section. So we'd gone with that for many weeks. We decided that, can we find out if there's another way? And so I got online and I'd really researched quite a bit about vaginal birth after cesarean. I'd heard a little bit about it, but I didn't know who would do that for us. And so I talked to my husband about it, and he didn't know anything either. And none of our friends or family would help us get there, no. And so as I met Shiro at Nurturing Mom, she said, yes, it's doable. And I asked her, in Kenya? I said, yes, in Kenya you can actually do it. Which hospital? I said, well, that's a bit tricky. And we left it at that. And so I got again researching. And I got online, and someone had told me about Eve's Mama. Eve's Mama are midwives here in Nairobi, and they actually support natural births. And so I did talk to them, Eve's Mama, Lucy Mushiri, and she said, yes, we do support that. And I said, can I come in and see you? And I went in and I saw one of their midwives and said, yes, we would actually be able to do that. And so we began the journey of VBAC. And we talked a lot about it. And they look at your medical history and what's going on with your current pregnancy. And we actually began the journey. We pulled out of our current, what we were doing then, our prenatal service then, because they were not going to support us to have a VBAC. And so the midwives began to support us to help us with what do you need to eat, what exercises do you need to do, and at the same time we were taking the birthing classes from Nurturing Moms. So again, it was coupled. The midwives at Eve's Mama and Nurturing Moms were doing both things, where we're learning what do you need to eat, what exercises do you need to go through, how do you need to prepare your body to actually go into birthing naturally after a C-section. Interesting story. We'd gone, as we were preparing, I'd really said, I don't want to go past a certain week. So we'd said 39 weeks was the maximum I'd want to go. Because again, you'd keep reading and hearing, you don't want to have your baby overweight by going into week 40 and week 41. And the midwives are very easy, and they would be like, there's no big deal, there's really no past date, there's no after date, because even the dates are just an estimation. And as well, Nurturing Moms kept saying, you really can go up to week 42 and it's fine, and your baby will be fine because you've had a healthy pregnancy. And I was a bit anxious on the going past week 39, so I'd kept praying and hoping baby would come between 37 and 39. And baby didn't come, and he was waiting, he's biding his time. And our firstborn's birthday came, and I'd hoped we wouldn't birth around the same time. And anyway, God was gracious, we didn't birth on her birthday. But lo and behold, 3 days later, baby boy made his entrance. And so it was interesting, because after we'd been reading, and again, the birthing classes really, really helped, because they prepare you, they help you know what to expect. And so I wasn't anxious when you're told about the bloody show, when you're told about your pelvis, your cervix opening. It wasn't a scary event because, again, at week 40, actually at week 39, we'd gone in for an induction. And this is not a medical inducement at the midwife's clinic. They basically do a natural inducement, and nothing quite worked apart from having a bit of nausea, a bit of funny stomach feeling, and you can chalk that off to, oh, maybe I ate the wrong food. But that was actually pre-labor, your body's starting to prepare. And every day, Shiro would check in and say, how are you feeling? How is it going? Are there any signs? And again, would go through the same lists we'd gone through during classes. And I'd say, no. And sometimes your body, and Shiro would keep really saying, your body just needs to be easy, ready, at its own time. So I'd had some guests a few days before, so my body wasn't quite feeling like having a baby when I'm having a full house. And so the day it was easy and it was quiet, baby started to come. And the first thing I saw actually was what, again, we are told is the bloody show, where you have some coloration on your mucus from your cervix. And I laughed. I actually laughed. I was like, okay, here's the day. And so the first thing, I get on my phone and I call Shiro and I call the midwife and you say, okay, I think this is it. And the first thing they tell you is, okay, take it easy. We're going to get ready, but you go on home because you want home. Go home, get ready. Just get ready, sit tight, call in, check in again. And we went home. And interestingly, the contractions began to come quite strongly. Every 10 minutes there was a contraction. And I was telling my hubby, and he was starting to feel like, can we get home faster? And he was driving, can we get home faster? And I'm like, okay, breathe. Again, the classes were really helping. The breathing was really working because you calm down. You tell your mind, calm down, breathe. Again, we were going through a birthing process that did not involve medication. So there was no saying, okay, give me that medication, stop this pain. We'd actually prepared our minds for that. And so as we're driving home, my hubby's asking, how many minutes has it been? Call Shiro. And I'm like, calm down, it's okay. She said 10 minutes is fine. And we're going into the evening, so there isn't much traffic, so we'll have enough time to get to the clinic. And we're like, okay, how many minutes again? And guys are very interesting with stuff like that. There isn't much patience for time, and you're in pain. I mean, you're my wife. So we got home, and it was like, call her. And again, we'd call Shiro, we'd call the midwives, and they'd be like, okay. Then they'd listen to your tone of voice, and they'd be like, okay, you're okay. Call me again in 10 minutes. And they tell you, go in, take a shower. If for sure this is labor, it will continue regardless of your shower. If it's false labor, like they call it, your contractions will slow down. After the shower, they didn't slow down. And so as the night is wearing on, my hubby again is saying, call them now. This is not good. And I think for him, he was thinking, how will we get there? And will we get there in good time? Or are we having this baby at home or on the road in the car? And our plan had been, we'll drive ourselves. But after a while, I was like, no, we're not driving ourselves. We got our friend to drive us there. And again, God worked things out very, very well. Our older daughter was able to go to sleep, unaware of what was going on. And the midwife says, come in. And she was like, okay, we're ready for you. Come in when you're ready. Again, the classes really help you to keep your mind, to not lose it, to not scream and overreact and stop breathing, because again, you're told the things that you need to do. If you're told, go and take a shower, if you're told, go and sit on the toilet, if you're told, breathe in, you do those things and they actually work. They really work. And so we slowly made our way to the clinic. And again, Shiro was there to receive us. It's so awesome when you're in pain that you're starting to feel like, okay, I'm feeling like I'll lose it. And you see this familiar person who's walked you through the last 4 to 5 weeks of classes. And immediately they kick into gear where she's doing the counter pressure on your pelvis to help the contraction feel a bit easier. Again, there are people in charge when we got to the clinic, and that was awesome. That was the first part of labor. And again, they start talking you through each and every contraction. Okay, what do you need? You need to be on the floor, go right ahead. And she gets on the floor with you. That was beautiful. And okay, are you ready for this? And again, they start walking you through every single step of, okay, so this is what is happening to your body, this is where you're at. And there wasn't much, what do we call it, intervention. Okay, get up on the bed, put your feet apart. You know, there are certain things you see on TV or you expect to happen to you as a birthing mom. That wasn't happening. Everything was in your time. What do you feel like doing right now? Being on the floor? Okay, go ahead. What do you feel like right now? Put your hands up on the bed? Okay, go ahead. What do you feel like right now? Hold on to your husband? Okay, go right ahead. And again, that support, it was awesome. Just being easy with you during that birthing process as you're starting to go into labor. And so as the hours went on, then now you're encouraged to get into, because we did a water bath. Like again, you're encouraged, okay, now it's ready, time to get into the water. And you get in and you feel, oh, this is beautiful. And you should see my expression, because we got a few pictures taken. The expression was awesome, where I just felt like, whew, the pain going away for a minute there. And as the pain kicks in and gets into higher gears, again, the nurturing moms are right there. She was right there doing this pelvic pressure, putting pressure on your pelvis as a contraction is coming. My husband was right there fanning me. And I'm like, oh, we got into this together. You're going all the way. And he was ready. We went all the way with my husband. And he did not flinch. He did not back out. Even when offered to have a moment out, he didn't. He was right there. He was the best support ever, together with Shiro and the team from Eve's Mama at the clinic. So again, labor went in very well, very easy, very slow. Not very slow, actually, it was very fast. I didn't think I'd actually go all the way, because I kept wondering, okay, at what point? And I asked you, how much longer can we do this? And she was like, when you feel that way, it's about to happen. So hang in there. And she was really awesome with the encouragement, with the hang in there, you're doing well, you can do this. We can do this together. And what do you need? And glucose, okay, take a deep breath. And this is how you breathe. And sometimes you feel you actually cannot do it. But that support of you can do this. This is how you need to do. Okay, hold on a minute. Change position. Okay, come out of the water. Sit on the toilet for a few minutes. All these steps. You know, for a mom who's never done this, because I'd never done a natural birth, that support was so key. It was awesome. It got us through till the last minute, where you're told, okay, now can you feel any pressure? Go ahead and push the baby. It's actually your baby coming through. Again, the lessons, and I kept going back to the lessons we'd had many weeks before. When you feel you're at your lowest and you cannot do it, that's when it's about to happen. And so I kept thinking, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And the baby actually comes through and she's like, you know, your baby's heart is here. Keep pushing, keep holding on. That support. I really don't know how moms do it without a doula or a support person who knows what they're doing. But for us who had that support, my goodness, it was awesome. So we're really thankful for the support we got from Shiro at Nurturing Moms.
That was Naomi's story. And I loved that she actually also experienced a water bath. She labored in the water, she gave birth in the water. If any of you are still wondering whether it's possible to have a vaginal birth after cesarean section, it is possible. And you've heard it from Naomi's story. Please call me, text, WhatsApp. We'll be able to listen in and see how possible is it for you. Talking to me, also checking out with your doctor that this is possible. And Naomi has told you it's possible. And she had such an amazing experience. I was so happy to be there to support her. Nurturing Moms is here to support you, educate you, and to empower you. You've been watching Nurturing Mom Stories. My name is Shiro Shiera.